Oh, right, okay.
What you got? What we're going to ask about? Thumping rise in council.
Yep, thumping rise in council tax.
Average bill set to go up £100. Haven't we just exposed, or you're about to expose in a film, whether it comes out before this or after this, that our local councils are spending billions of public money on private investments and saying that they're doing it to create jobs?
Yeah.
And we're having to pay more.
Well, it's like we said, they sold that place for 110 million, so you know
the Guildhall,
there's
yeah.
110 million they've got going spare.
Uh-huh.
So they could say, right, well, all you private council taxpayers, that's those that lives in houses, don't have to pay any council tax this year because it's all covered by that money we spent. But actually, no, strike that. I've thought something else to do with it. It's going in my back pocket. You can pay double council tax.
Well, they could have, you know, in this area where we are, and we're not telling you where we are, but it's a nice area. Around here they've got lighting which still works, and it's from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s and 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Right, and it's never been paid. So the 83.5 million that they paid for brand new lighting around the Victoria Centre and stuff, they could have stopped spending that. There was no need for it.
There was no need for it anyway. They could have just changed the bulbs, but that wouldn't have spent as much and therefore wouldn't have made them as much.
Council tax. Where does it say in law anybody is obliged to pay council tax or any tax whatsoever?
It doesn't say anywhere in law that any man or woman is obliged to pay council tax.
So if you don't pay this slavery tax, robbery, what happens? We've gone over this before.
Well, as you know, they'll go to a fake court that they hire for the day, they'll get a fake liability order, and then if you ignore that and they ignore the bailiffs...
Have they got any proper solicitors?
No.
Do they make their own prosecution paperwork up?
Yes, yeah. They just make
Is anybody legally trained?
No. They make their own summons up. And
they're public servants, and we're going to have to pay £100 more. Does disabled people have to pay this as well? In Nottingham they do.
Probably.
So if disabled people can't afford this, and doesn't it say in a certain act that if you, because Mickey Summers got some money restored to him, didn't he, by Nottingham City Council?
Nottingham Criminal Cartel, yeah.
Isn't it the Social Security Act, 1996?
No, it's the, if you've got disabilities, it's a certain act in the on the council's website that you're exempt from paying tax, including that extra bit, even if you're on
Do you hear that, benefits. Everybody? Can we find a link to this thing and put it in the description? Because apparently if you don't pay your council tax, if you're disabled, right, and if they try to summons you and send you to their prison, which we all have to pay for, but I'm sure in the Social Security Act, there was, 1993, there is a bit which says, parts A, B and C, that the council can be made bankrupt if they remove your money in the form of a sort of liability, you know, like a direct debit, which removes your disability living allowance from you.
Yes.
That's they're liable to
summary judgment.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll try and put the links in the bottom. Millions of families face punishing council tax rises of £100 more in this coming April.
Yeah.
I would challenge this. And again, we might go and see Diana Barger at Nottingham Law Centre, Law Society, and ask her if we can see her book.
Oh, the one that tells you.
I haven't got my law book with me today, which explains that council tax is actually lawful or legal.